Okay, welcome everyone. Today we are hosting our Philanthropy Friday, and we are featuring Girls Inc. of Greater Houston, who was a 2023 grant recipient from Impact 100 Houston, and in our education focus area. So we're very happy to have you guys here with us. I am Michelle McGovern. I serve on the board of Impact 100 Houston, and I am currently the grant review co-chair with Megan Bertani Yang, who's not able to be with us today, but I'm sure we'll watch everything as we're recording the session to share with all of our members. I do want to, of course, welcome Girls Inc. of Greater Houston. Triopia and Shanette and Rebecca are going to be talking with us today to give us an update on their grant that they received last year. And since they were a recipient of a $15,000 grant instead of the requested $100,000 grant, we do allow those recipients of smaller grants to convert their funds to general operating support. And so they'll talk a little bit more about how they've transitioned the funding from what they originally proposed to what they're actually doing today, and just give us an update. So welcome, Triopia, Shanette, and Rebecca, and we'll get you guys started.
Well, thank you so much for having us. As mentioned, I'm Triopia Cannon. I'm the CEO of Girls Inc. of Greater Houston, and thank you all for your support of the $15,000 for general programming and allowing me and my team to share briefly about the organization as well as the impact of your generous donation. We're going to briefly go through the organization, and then we will also discuss the impact. We would ask that you hold your questions to the end, and then we'll address all of your questions at that time. I'll let the other two members of my team introduce themselves. Rebecca?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Rebecca Cox. I'm the Chief Program Officer with Girls Inc. of Greater Houston.
And I'm Shanette Prince. I'm the Director of Development for Girls Inc. of Greater Houston.
Awesome. So let's get started. Share. Let's put this in the right mode. Wait, hold on for 1 minute. Sorry about this. Can you all see it? Or did I stop sharing?
We can see it.
Okay, great. All right. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. We will go. Our mission is, of course, inspiring all girls to be strong, smart. I'm going to turn off my camera if you don't mind while I'm doing the presentation. I'll come back. Inspiring all girls to be strong, smart, and bold. Who we are. Okay, is it not going? It won't move. Oh, there we are. Who we are, as you all know, we've been in the Greater Houston area since 1996, and we are one of 75 affiliates. Girls Inc. is a national organization, and we all do pretty much the same thing, but each one of our programs are specific to our regions that we serve. Last year, we served about 2,300 girls in total. Since inception. We've served over 30,000 girls, and we focus on ages 6 through 18. Why girls only? And I put this here because a lot of people ask, why don't we serve boys? And we serve girls only because, as you can see here, 1 in 5 girls under 18 years of age live in poverty. 1 in 20 teenage girls become pregnant each year, and 1.4 experience sexual abuse or assault by the age of 17. And because of those things, Girls Inc. is the solution, because our programming directly impacts each one of, directly addresses each one of those areas of concern, as well as provide prevention methods. Girls Inc. also leads to positive outcomes, where 9 out of 10 girls care about doing well in school. 90% of girls are hopeful about their future, and about 77% say they're happy with their bodies, compared to about 48% nationally. And this is important because of each one of these things are direct outputs of the girls leading to being better, caring more about themselves, as well as the confidence. What we do is that we build new generations of strong, smart, and bold leaders. Where we are, of course, we're in the greater Houston area, and we're one of the strongest and one of the longest running girl leadership programs in this area. Why we do what we do is because we believe in girls in an equitable society. And how we do it in terms of providing comprehensive and interactive development for girls, which is the programming, the 6 essential learning cycle. Rebecca?
Yeah, so a big part of the work that we do is just understanding the complexities of the experiences that girls have. And as an organization, we're dedicated to advancing basic human rights of every girl. So we have a bill, what we call a Bill of Rights, the Girls Inc. Bill of Rights, which has 6 components that focus on different rights that we recognize that all girls have, which includes things like resisting gender stereotypes, feeling confident to express themselves, feeling confident to take risks, having the right to accept and appreciate their bodies, and have confidence to feel safe in the world, as well as to be prepared for economic independence and the workforce. Next slide, please. Our curriculum itself is connected back to the mission that we have of inspiring girls to be strong, smart, and bold. And so we break down our curriculum topics by the 3 pillars of that. One is healthy living, where girls are able to really gain physical and emotional wellness skill development. We encourage them to embrace their bodies, to learn about physical activity, nutrition, as well as to avoid risk-taking behavior that could physically or emotionally harm them, such as substance use or risky sexual behavior. Another pillar is our academic enrichment, which we have a really beautiful STEM and reading literacy program that we serve, between the 2, over 750 girls a year with. And this allows girls to really learn to explore, to improve in classroom skills, a lot of those soft skills that we want to see in the workforce. Knowing that women, and especially women of color, are underrepresented in STEM fields, we really try to connect them to career connections during this time and allow them to really envision what their life can be like beyond the education system. With our bold pillar, we focus on independent living skills, and a lot of those kind of core social, emotional, and character education components fall under this. Healthy relationships, financial literacy. We also help them learn how to decipher media and become influencers of the messages that people are receiving in the community. Leadership skills, there's a lot that goes under this one. College and career readiness. It allows them to face obstacles to live productive and fulfilling lives. So for 2024, we have a lot of existing program. As I mentioned, we have a STEM program, we have a leadership program, we have a media literacy program, which I spoke on briefly. We also have a program for substance abuse prevention and peer pressure prevention. We have a healthy maturing program that covers a lot about the developmental, physical and emotional developmental aspects of what girls go through as they grow up. It also goes over self-esteem and healthy relationships, as well as we have a really beautiful middle school program called Project Insight that addresses the needs of girls at risk from dropping out of school. In addition to those, we had some really cool programs that we've rolled out this year. One of them is Project Accelerate, and Project Accelerate allows us to not just focus on our high school girls, but really work on trying to support them as they age out of high school and prepare to go into college or career. So we're actually following our alumni. Through this program, we start serving girls 11th and 12th grade, and it allows us to really be intentional with preparing them as they prepare for those transitions, and we'll follow them until they have achieved sustained careers. Our Teen Advocacy Council was another big project that we rolled out, and this program, we kicked it off at the end of the year, but we really saw it flourish through the spring, and we just wrapped up our first cohort of girls it is a strictly youth-led advocacy council, and the girls get to choose their projects and learn how they can be leaders within the community. Camp Strong is also a new one. We just finished this one. Actually, the week of the hurricane was our Camp Strong, and my team still showed up. It was so beautiful. I told Triopia she might have to stop me in a minute because I can talk about this for forever. It was so beautiful how many families we were able to support. I mean, we had people without power that were coming to our program sites because we had power. We had snacks and food that we were able to provide them. And so it was a really amazing and exhausting Camp Strong, but this focuses on our middle school age kids and allows us to both address their physical and emotional well-being, their support the development of positive body image, also learn about healthy nutrition habits. They got exposed to some new foods they'd never tried before, as well as stress management, which actually ended up being one of the biggest ones that both the parents and the girls reported enjoying and feeling like they needed a lot of, was being able to start navigating stress, which made sense also because we were in the middle of a hurricane, recovering from a hurricane. We were all a little stressed, but the girls really did a fantastic job. It was such a beautiful program to roll out this year. We were excited we were still able to do it. And I will stop. Triopia, I apologize. I told you I was going to do that. The program delivery method, collaborative outreach. Everything we do is on our outreach basis. And so collaboration is key for us to have success in the community. We partner with multiple school districts as well as community partners to provide our services. It allows us to go and really have access. Our programs are provided at no cost to our families. And so this really allows them to have access to our services by bringing the programming to them where they're at. And it also allows us to increase our visibility and reach more people in the community this way. Okay, next slide. And where we are, if you notice all those little blue dots, we're pretty spread out. We're slowly working our way from one side of the community to the other. And so we'll be adding some dots to the east side more thanks to 2024. We are just wrapping some things up. So and starting some new partnerships, but we are partnered with Houston ISD, Aldine ISD, Alief ISD, various Houston Housing Authority sites, as well as YMCA's, Boys Clubs, Baker Ripley. We've partnered with churches. Anybody that has a group of girls that they think would benefit from our programs, we definitely want to talk to them and see how we can support their youth and families. And that's, I think, all for me. Next is Jeanette.
It's Triopia. We're going to talk about the impact of funding support. Once again, thank you for the $15,000 support for general programs. I wanted to list just the 3 little bullet points, but the $15,000 was so very impactful in at least allowing us the flexibility to use those dollars as we need it. And so therefore, when there was funding shortfalls and certain things that we were doing, like Camp Smart in the spring, that's typically a shortfall. We're able to redirect these funds accordingly. So the funding that you gave us was used for general programming to include our Bold Leaders Initiative, which is what Rebecca just talked about, which included our TAC. So the TAC was a very big piece of what we used this for, because that was a brand new initiative. So we were able to provide food to our girls during our meetings, as well as it helped provide some of the field trips. So it really helped us with some of our new initiatives. The program support also helped us with our STEM. And that's where I talked about there were a little shortfall in our Camp Smart for the spring session. So we were able to redirect some of those funds that way as well. So as a result, we continue to ensure that our girls develop the essential skills, they build confidence, and we prepare them for success in the future, similar to what Rebecca had just shared with you all. Hold on, okay. I don't know why this doesn't work all the time. Hold on, there. Okay, these are the outcomes of what we had put down, or the goals of what we had put down that we had hoped to do had we gotten the full funding. So I thought I would still share it because we were still able to meet these, because any funding that we receive helps us to achieve the organization's overall goals. So our goal as an organization was that we hope to serve a minimum this year of 2,500 girls. Right now, we're on track. We're serving slightly over 2,000 girls, and we're gonna definitely meet the 2,500 and possibly even exceed it. Our other goal was to serve 75%. 75% of the girls would feel confident about their voice being heard. As you can see, we have already surpassed that, just closing out our spring programming, as well as one of our camps. So we're right now at about 92% of that goal. And we additionally, 86% reported that they get a chance to be a leader, while about 81% said, I can use what I know to solve real life problems in the community. Those are additional subsets of what we are hoping to always achieve with our girls. One of the third goals of what we had projected was to launch our teen advocacy. And as you just heard, not only did we launch it, we successfully launched it. Our first cohort it was just amazing. And that was in spite of the inclement weather that we continue to have. So that just gives you an update of what the impact of the dollars that you all have given us has done to assist with some of the expansion, as well as the sustainability within the organization. Shanette's going to talk about next steps in terms of how you all can get involved with the organization.
Thank you. So we've heard about the impact, we've heard about programming, and now this is an opportunity to find out how you can directly get involved with the organization, if that's something you so desire. So we have 3 things that you can do: support, advocate, and volunteer. And so with support, we are very grateful to be in the network with Impact 100. We hope to build additional cross-system partnerships that will enable us to collaboratively work together to equip our girls to navigate gender, social, and economic barriers, so that we can continue to build the next generation of strong, smart, and bold girls. Advocate. So we would love for you to join us, reaching out to leaders and policymakers and other people, other stakeholders, in driving key policy changes to open more doors and ensure equality for girls and women. And then volunteering. If you would like to have a direct impact with the girls, seeing them face to face is always fun. And so we are always looking for dedicated volunteers who want to get more involved. And we have a number of ways for you to do that on the next slide. So why volunteer with Girls Inc? Connecting with others. It's good for your mind and your body. It can help advance your career, and it's also just brings fulfillment to your life, as well as it allows the girls to see women who are doing powerful things in their community. Next slide. And these are just some pictures of some outings that our girls have attended. With some of our corporate partners, we've had our girls at the Astros Literacy Bus, where they come out to get free books. Our girls do learn CPR, and we partner with organizations around that. The girls have gone to our corporate partners, Worley, would provide energy services. They've gone out to their headquarters in Pasadena to learn additional energy related things. So we have a number of corporate partners and volunteer opportunities where our girls are at the forefront learning innovative things that they technically would not learn in school on a day-to-day basis. So volunteer opportunities. We have family STEM night, family STEM nights throughout Greater Houston. And so you be participating in elementary and middle schools, going in with us to assist our facilitators to increase their love of STEM. We have Camp Smart, Spring Break, and our summer camps that Rebecca and Trilpia just mentioned. We have 2 camps at all times going concurrently, between 50 and 60 girls at each camp. So we do Spring Break. We have 3 camps in the summertime, and there's a lot of enthusiasm. It's high energy. So we always look for volunteers who can bring high energy to those. We do community pop-ups, and those are weekend workshops for our girls that are in high school. We're helping them to develop their leadership skills. They're meeting with mentors, and again, always pushing STEM, those STEM opportunities for them. And then corporate adopt a program. And this is a semester-long opportunity for your corporation, your employer, to partner with us to go into the schools. So Rebecca mentioned that we do things on an outreach basis. So during the school year, we're in schools and we'd love to bring people in. However, we do ask for a semester-long commitment where you're coming in with us once a week for an hour with our trained facilitators to assist the girls in their learning and exploring of STEM. Next slide. More opportunities. So we have our Be Bold Summit that's taking place actually right now. It's our summer, I don't like to say camp, our summer institute for our high school girls. It's 2 weeks and they're wrapping up the first week right now. It's an immersive experience for them, right? They're learning mindset, leadership development, and preparing them for a career in college. We have our Strong, Smart, and Bold Luncheon. This is our annual fundraiser to support our programs. This happens in April of each year. And there are volunteer opportunities, opportunities to purchase tables and be sponsored. So we always welcome those. We have our Be Bold Leadership Summit. This is an all-day conference for high school girls, ladies. This is again another high energy, high impact opportunity for you to come in personally and volunteer, for Impact 100 to come in as a group and volunteer, or maybe some of the corporations that you work with would like to come in and volunteer. We have workshops for the girls. We have a keynote speaker. We're doing lunch and breakfast, breakout sessions, the whole 9, a conference for high school girls. So that is October 5th. It'll be coming up in a few months, and we are looking for volunteers and for speakers, career panelists. So if you're interested, please do let us know. And then we have our Bold Leaders Plus initiative. And this is our program where we are working with our alumni to support them as they transition from high school into college and career. Very important time, going from high school where you have parental supervision, going into college where it's just you and your friends, and navigating that, advocating for yourself, time management, what classes do I take in what semester, what major should I major in? So it's a very critical time for them, and guidance is always needed. And sometimes it's guidance from people who are not their parents that they cherish the most. Next slide. Customized opportunities. So these are opportunities, that can be completed in your office. Say, you're having a big, what's the term? You're having a company-wide volunteer day. Well, I would say if you wanted to do company-wide volunteer days with Girls Inc., the best thing that I would suggest, customized opportunities. So those are you purchasing supplies, putting them together in your office, or you can come to our office and do them. And these are things that we can give to the girls and parents. So we have parent engagement kits, encouragement bags for the girls, where we have, little notes from you all, hand sanitizers, little goodie bags. We have welcome bags for our camps. And those are things that we give them the first day of camp, that you can come to our office, or again, the supplies can be brought to your office and you put put the welcome bags together and bring them back to us. We do have STEM kits, and so we have opportunities for you to kind of put the STEM kit together and then bring it to us so the parents and the child can put it together later on. Those are always really fun. And then handwriting notes, little notes that we can give the girls when it's time for the STAR test or end of year exams. Those are always really fun and very beneficial for them. Virtual career panels, that's something that we can discuss. Scholarship essay reviews. So we provide scholarships to our girls nationally and locally. And of course, we would love for them to have a second set of eyes, the girls to go through that review process. So that's for our scholarship, but also, you know, there are seniors who are applying for outside scholarships. And so maybe they need additional help. Here's an opportunity to lend, as my college English professor would say, your red pen. If you know how to wield a red pen, we'd love your help on that. And then Amazon wish list, right? That's something that you can get together with family and friends and sponsor a student, sponsor a class, and we have a wish list that's already ready to go. Again, these are things that can be completed in your office or in our conference room. Next slide. And these are just some dates that we have. A lot of this Camp Smart, that was in June. Camp Strong, that was the week that the hurricane hit a few weeks ago. We are right now in the Bold Leaders Institute. That's happening right now as we speak. Our summit, I spoke about that. That's October 5th. And then our Adopt a program that starts when the school year starts. And then trivia. Is there something else?
I say, sometime I can't get it to work, then it works too fast. All right. See, like now I can't get it to work. There we go. So that actually concludes our presentation. And now I would like to open it up for questions.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent work. Excellent work. I am very impressed. I do have a question. I'm in the Baytown area. Our organization is located on that southeastern side of Houston, Baytown area, and I serve individuals in that Alice population. You mentioned that
Yes, absolutely.
your services are free. I would really like to talk to someone because we have some space over there, and I would really like to open this up for our area, and the space would be the space that we have. I would like someone to come out and look at it. It might be beneficial to kind of do something over in the Baytown area for the young girls in that age group, because 42% of our population is in that Alice population, and this would be amazing for them.
I love that. And that's really part of one of our biggest struggle. So when we try to do the pop-ups is identifying locations.
Yeah, we have space. We have plenty.
Please.
We do have space. As a matter of fact, it's a nice space too. And I moved everyone into our main building, and so we have that space, and we're looking for a nonprofit to benefit from that space. So if I can get someone's contact number and we can talk about you guys coming out, taking a look at it, seeing what we do. But I think this would be great. We have Goose Creek ISD, we got Channelview, we got a lot of schools around us that I think would benefit from this program. They do a lot for the boys, but they don't do enough for the girls.
Well, I just flipped the slide. There's my contact information.
Okay,
right
I'm writing
there.
it down.
And I will make sure it gets to Rebecca and her team.
And just to add to that, we call it our kind of our outlier school right now because it's the only one. We do have a school that we're serving right on the edge of Harris County out there in the Baytown area. And so
What school?
It's Chinquapin Preparatory.
Oh yeah, yep. It's in Highlands. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's in Highlands. Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, so it's pretty close to that area, and they're constantly looking for opportunities since they're so far out that I would love to see if there's some things that we can do more in that area that would benefit the girls that we're serving.
Yes, ma'am. We definitely
Right.
have. We definitely have. This is meant to be today. we definitely have the space. I mean, we sit on probably about 14 acres.
Oh, wow.
So we
Wow.
have some
Awesome.
space. We have some space. So I think it would be very beneficial. I'm definitely going to reach out to you, Miss Cannon,
Okay.
probably early next week and see if we can coordinate a time where you guys can come out and view the space and view our facility.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation.
Mhm.
Hi, it's Leah. I'm with Motiva. I've been part of Impact since the very beginning, so I think it's just a great organization, and I appreciate y'all presenting today. I had a question. What if we would like for y'all to come and speak directly to one of the women's groups at Motiva, just to kind of explain all what you do? How would I go about setting something like that up?
It comes through me.
Okay, okay,
So I'm kind of the contact person for all of that. Or you
okay.
can work with Shanette. I wish I should have put each one of our information on here. So what I'll do, how about this? I'll be the traffic cop.
Okay.
You can
You
also
see-
add other email addresses into the chat. So
Yeah, let's do
people-
that.
Okay.
If Shanette and Rebecca, if you can put your email addresses in the chat, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Because Jeanette actually handles a lot of our volunteer in terms of coordinating if our volunteers want to come in. If you want someone to come speak, you can reach out to me, and then I will do it, or I would get a member of my team, depending on what your need is.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I have a team of about 12, and we do quarterly, we'll do volunteer work. And so I'm just trying to, broaden our scope. We do a lot with the food bank, which is wonderful, right? But, just kind of, doing some other things. And a majority of my team is female. So 10 out of the
Awesome.
So that would be wonderful. But yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Mhm.
That's what we hope to get.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Great connections. I love it. Definitely want to thank you.
Questions?
I do. So I definitely want to thank you guys for updating us on what you'd hoped to do so far. And I'm so happy to see that you've progressed to meet those objectives so early in the year, and that definitely hitting those and exceeding them by the end of the year. So that is absolutely wonderful. I do have kind of a different kind of question, and I don't want the discussion to get very political at all, but programmatically, is Girls Inc. really shifting any of the discussions that you're having about women in leadership positions now that we have a minority woman who is a candidate for president of the United States?
Well, I would say it's not a shift. It's what we've always been talking about. And that's really our goal, is to give our girls, we talk to them that you can be anything. You can reach and aspire, you can aspire to reach that goal of presidency. And our goal is to give them the confidence, the tools to handle the mental side of things, as well as the exposure on the leadership side. So I think what it kind of just plays into what we already do, because even when we talk to some of our girls, we've had quite a few that when we talk about their aspirations, before we had this woman candidate, they would say, I plan on being president. And we're like, oh, wow, okay, let's talk about that. And this is awesome. And Rebecca can add a little bit more on that as well.
Yeah, so the statistics show that like in kindergarten, right, that if you were to survey boys and girls, like, it's a good 50-50% that dream of things like presidency. When you survey older girls, the statistical balance shifts, right? And there's a lot more boys who continue to envision that for themselves than girls. So Girls Inc. as a focus has always wanted girls to be able to continue to envision themselves in leadership roles. And we actually have a curriculum called She Votes. And it does actually encourage the girls. We have a leadership curriculum and we have a voting curriculum that helps educate girls on how they can be, we do a lot about influencing, like Triopia mentioned, when girls have the confidence to problem solve, the confidence in themselves, they have the tools in their toolbox to be able to build their self-esteem up. They already know how to navigate a lot of things. So we do have some curriculum that kind of continues to encourage them to think of themselves in those ways, when statistics have shown that a lot of times girls don't. And part of that has to do with representation. And a big part of Girls Inc. is making sure that girls see themselves in opportunities, which is why volunteers coming in and speaking to them is so important. And being able to provide those immersive experiences is so important. But we're very intentional with the space we create. A part of our experience is something called the Girls Inc. experience. And that includes making sure that the images that they see on the walls of our programs, I mean, you'll see my team come in with like wagons of supplies because they're putting like posters on the walls and things like that so that the girls can relate to and see themselves in the topics that we're discussing.
And that's also what we do with our Teen Advocacy Council, which is awesome. They're amazing girls. When they meet at our site, and we found out they like meeting in my office. So they've made my conference room table their meeting space, because to them it was something very empowering to be in the CEO's office. And if you're in my office, then you're surrounded by pictures of powerful women. And includes our current vice president. She is there. So that goes along with those subliminal messages that we give to our girls, that when they come into our space, they see powerful women pictures everywhere and powerful statements. And so I think it just actually solidifies what we do. And it goes back to that other slide about why girls.
Wonderful. Thank you. Any other questions?
We get kind of passionate when you start talking about that. So
yes. I'm with you. Any other questions for our Girls Inc. team? Well, great. And do you guys have questions for us about Impact 100 or anything that we can share with you?
Well, no, but I'm excited that I've joined Impact 100. And I'm also part of the grant review team that's actually, I was so excited. I think I reached out like, I haven't heard from anyone. Why haven't heard from anyone?
I did the same thing.
Excited that I actually get to be a part of this, because I think this is amazing. What you all do. And it's, and I love even the name, the impact, because that's just what you're doing. It's a direct impact with the organizations and the constituents that we serve. So I'm just excited to be a part of this, and we're forever grateful for the generous donation that we did receive in terms to support our organization. So we just want to say thank you.
Well, we are thrilled with your work and your mission and the impact that you're making, and so happy that we're able to support it in a small way. And we hope to continue making connections for you like we did today, and getting the word out of the good work that you're doing to a broader community as well. So
Thanks.
Any other questions? We're a lot ahead of schedule, so if we do have time, if anyone has anything else to add or think it through. Yes, Margaret?
Hold on, I was on mute. Hi. First of all, great presentation, ladies. And I am with Impact 100 Garden State in New Jersey, and I am the membership engagement chair. And we did a survey this year of our members, asking them all manner of questions about being a member, what they want to see, what they don't want to see. And one of the clear messages came out that they want to learn more about our nonprofits, the ones that we've funded, our runners up and previous. Now we do go on site visits to visit the $100,000 winners. And then one of my other members saw the Houston Philanthropy Fridays. So I'm here kind of like in an audit capacity
Oh,
because I
okay.
think this is something that I'd like to implement with my team here in New Jersey. So if you don't mind me asking a couple like technical questions, one of the biggest concerns we have is we don't want to, all of our nonprofits are doing fantastic work and very busy doing that fantastic work. So we don't want to apply more pressure on anyone. And I don't mean to put anybody in the spot, but like to pull something like this together, is this a common thing that you do, or is this, did you have to, is it bespoke and you had to start from scratch? Like how much work was it for you guys to put this together?
This, as I mentioned, well, I guess we were talking off screen at the beginning of this is what we do.
Yeah.
So there was no practicing, there's
Okay.
nothing.
Beautiful.
We do
Mwah.
these
That's what I wanted to hear.
continuously for organizations, for potential donors. We may tweak a slide here or there.
Yeah.
So other than that, this is what we do, and we update it continuously with new information because we want to make it real time.
Yeah.
So
well, your work is so impressive.
There was literally I put this slide, I think I put it together. Was it last night? I sent it to you all. I sent it last night, and then this morning I said, in case you didn't check your inboxes, the slide is there, and this is how we're going to do it. And I put in the slide of the impact. So that was, and I just updated numbers. So no, and I would probably think the majority of the nonprofits have something similar to this.
Yeah, I think you're
Because
right.
this is how we share information about our organizations to potential volunteers, supporters, and donors.
Okay, thank you
I would
so
just
much.
like to add,
Super
Margaret,
helpful.
the
ahead.
director of development at any of the nonprofits, this is like their role is to be doing these presentations with the CEO and the team. So this is something that they, like Triopia said, it's already done. They're actually waiting to be invited to speak.
Oh,
they would welcome that. Yeah,
that's
they would welcome that.
fantastic.
And then Margaret, I put the contact information for me from an impact standpoint. If you have questions about how we've done this in the past, please email me as well.
Is it, did you put that in the, okay, I got it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. And I don't mean to hijack this discussion.
No.
It seems like you did make some good, in the half hour or so we've been on the phone, you made some good connections. So it really, thank you. Thank you for letting me join. I love what you're up to. Is there any Girls Inc. up in here in New Jersey?
It is actually.
Yeah, Philadelphia, New Jersey affiliate.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
we have
70
4 Impact 100s.
affiliates.
We have 4 Impact 100s in New Jersey.
That's
We
awesome.
have Hunterdon County, South Jersey, the Jersey Shore Coast, and my chapter, which is Garden State. So I'll look into it and pass it on to the nonprofit outreach group of the appropriate Garden State.
And I just wanted to throw out, Margaret, real quick. One of the reasons like I said, I've been a member since they originated, but I love these Fridays that happen because you get to learn more, and you can do it from your home or your home office, and it just gives you a chance just to learn more about the charities and how we can possibly work with those charities in our corporations, right? So
yeah,
I really do think it helps broaden it a lot. So
yeah, and I think that's what the members were kind of asking, because there's one thing about the donation, right? So everyone gives their money and that goes, but I think people want to understand, like I like the slides on how you could get involved in the volunteering. And the members on the call can determine what they want to do or don't want to do, and different groups are for different people. So and you do it monthly, right?
Well, we have 5 recipients a year, so we do 5 Philanthropy Fridays.
Oh, fancy. That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
In the past, we've done some others that are not a Philanthropy Friday, that are not a feature of our grant recipients. We have some other information that we've presented through Philanthropy Friday, like what is trust-based philanthropy, depending on how to, for our members, on how to read a 990 when they're looking at either donations, when they're looking at Impact 100 giving or their own personal giving. If they're looking at a 990, what does it what does it show about a nonprofit? So there's other ways that we've used these sessions in the past.
That's really, really interesting. And again, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hijack this call. So, I'll stop with the questions, but I really appreciate the feedback.
Perfect. All right. Any other questions for Girls Inc?
Keep up the good work, ladies.
Yes,
Thank
congratulations.
you. Thank you.
Wonderful job. All right, I'll stop the recording and
All right. Have a great weekend,